Super Bowl 18, a matchup between the two best teams.
I might have been a little too anxious to make something happen and got in a poor position outside of the guard where I couldn't get back underneath. I don't know if there was actually a hole there, but as I was outside, Ken Coffey, the safety, came up, and as I made that turn, you know, time stood still. It was time travel. Everyone around me was at a standstill, and I was at warp speed. My awareness was so keen. I mean, I felt like I had eyes in the back of my head, but I can also see as I was running by the anxiety and the desperation in the faces of the defenders. I could see the wrinkles in their faces, you know, and it was just amazing. And then when I got around to about the 10-yard line, things sped up to normal speed, and I crossed the end zone.
Plunkett giving to Allen, sending him wide left. He has to reverse his field, but he gets away for a moment, comes back up the middle of 30, 45, 40, breaks past 2 men at the 50, down to the 40, picking up the blocker, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Raiders!
I think people have completely overlooked the fact now that he was clearly the best running back of the 70s. So if you sort of realize that he's the best running back at a time when the most important part of the offensive game is running the football, I think you could easily argue that O.J. Simpson is the most valuable player of the 70s for the entire league. Every time he ran the ball, it was almost like the Bills' equivalent of throwing the ball deep. It might not work, but if you made a mistake, they would score.
Was really a freak of nature. Rarely did you see a guy with that size that had the tremendous speed. You usually have one or the other. Some guys are fast, but they can't make moves. They don't know how to cut it. Bear could do all that. He was almost like a gazelle. He glided. Beautiful to watch.
Down to the 35, down to the 25, down to the 10, 5, touchdown, Eric Dickerson.
He goes after a tough guy on a tough guy team. Boom. And knocks him out, pancakes him.
My God.
And as soon as I turned around, he was there, and I just lowered my shoulder and just gave him the business.
When Adrian Peterson starts running, you can cancel Christmas.
And he shoves away one, shoves away another, and blasts his way into the end zone.
He hits that daylight, and you see that head start bucking. I mean, you can count for Christmas.
Inside the 40, up the sideline, and he's gone. 296 for the day.
Last Sunday, he set an NFL single-game rushing record with 296 yards on the ground against San Diego.
Boy, this guy's spectacular.
Unbelievable.
Not anything that he did that he didn't do well. That's what I think made Marshall Faulk great. Everything he was going to do, he was going to do it the best. I remember a screen pass that we threw against the Minnesota Vikings. Marshall went 55 yards with it, eluding every single person on the Vikings team, if not once, maybe twice. Probably a 55-yard touchdown that covered about 130 yards. People just went wow.
Over a 12-year career with the Colts and Rams, Marshall Faulk became the only running back in NFL history to rush for more than 12,000 yards and have more than 6,000 yards receiving. When he retired, his 136 touchdowns were fourth on the all-time list.
He's amazing. Wow. What else can Marshall Faulk do for this football team?
The 5'11", 232-pound Earl Campbell was a remarkably fast starter. In his first 3 seasons, Campbell won Rookie of the Year, a league MVP, and 3 rushing titles.
lot of guys wanted to try to tackle him low, but if you hit him in the thighs, you're going to bounce off of him. Playing the Rams, he just put his helmet right in his chest, and the guy just kind of folded. Another guy grabs his jersey, it breaks away. It was just kind of like a commercial.
While their artistry is similar, LaDainian Tomlinson has painted solo masterpieces for a decade.
LT, and he cuts behind a block to the 30, and he's still going at the 40, at the 45, sideline 50, 45, pulling away. What a run!
Tomlinson with a first down, breaks the tackle. We'll see you in the end zone, man.
He's a great player, great athlete. He just absolutely made guys look silly, time after time after time.
He did it again! He is unbelievable!
As a runner, I can do a lot of things. I can run you over. I can shake you down. I can run around you. I can go through you if I had to.
Aikman handoff, Smith up the middle, breaks a tackle. Emmitt Smith breaking a beheading tackle. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Whether it's a hand or something that gets down and props him back up, or sometimes he doesn't even get his hand down, but he can contort his body in a way where he regains his balance and is up and running.
He's going to score! Oh, absolutely ridiculous!
And I don't think he ever got enough credit for his toughness. He was a tough runner. He didn't run out of bounds.
I thought he was going to be a great back. It turns out that he's the greatest running back of all time.
Test yourself in every way, stamina-wise, mentally, courage.
Jim Brown, the greatest running back that has ever breathed.
He had great balance, he had great speed, and he had great size. At 235 pounds, he could run 100 yards in under 10 seconds. When he made up his mind to do it, he was going to do it. You couldn't knock him off his feet.
He always shocked everybody how fast he was.
Power. I mean, he had power. You ain't see nobody knock him down. Look at the film. You don't see nobody knock him back. You see him go in the stacks and he come out.
He never missed a game.
Each of Barry Sanders' 10 seasons was a masterpiece. He rushed for at least 1,100 yards every year he played, and 6 times was a first-team All-Pro. Barry's career average of 100 rushing yards per game is second all-time, only to Jim Brown's 104. But statistics aren't how fans remember Sanders. Like any great artist, Barry's style defined his craft.
In the arts,